Good morning. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. Welcome in. Good day, Thundercat. Garm, for some reason I never get ads on mobile. I got a great solution. And it's basically, make sure you're on my Discord. Mute every channel apart from a channel called Live. And then you'll get an alert every time. And then just make sure mobile phone is pushed to it. That's the best way. Because Twitch is useless for sending out emails and stuff. Welcome in though, everyone. How are we all doing? Thirsty, good day, Pilgrim. Space Bear. We have another test. Also, BTU's open to all waves now. But not advertising? Alright. Maybe don't get ads on the phone. Or you do, but who knows? Demons bleed. What did we change? Ba ba da da da. Okay. Ugh. 20% to critical explosion? It should be fucking 5% at most, like. Why? Why you do this to me? Shield, bring up health and regen to match 4-4. Okay, we're gonna need this. It does make you insane. Nine seven nine. We'll just use Gladius as standard. $112, okay. 2-8. Alright, okay. So defense is up a little bit more. Reduce armor resistance modifier back down to 085. God. Hey Zim, good day. Okay. Alright, okay. Still not back to patch day 1 ranges? Yeah, it's interesting that that's the case. However, at least on paper, on paper, it should make more sense. Because now you've got the damages, you've got the output, you've got the penetration, and you got the like, whatever. At least if it doesn't cause too many issues. Early in the day. At least this open PT. We'll get more information. Yeah, I really liked Tuesday's stats. It just needed a little bit of a tweak. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a fucking shader clean out. A shader clean out. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Be like 2 gig, right? Yeah. Oh god, 4 gig. Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. Brother. Ooh. Jeez. But the thing is, though, is they could change the stats before live. Maybe again, like there must have been a reason to divert everything back and sort of scale it. Maybe they put too strong a stat, and now they're wanting to do like 4-4 stuff, get the armor penetration in, get the defense penetration in, all that stuff, and then maybe work on just the ranges, right? Maybe that's CIG's plan. And to be honest, if they did it that way, that would be amazing. They should have done that from the very beginning. You should always take your current stats, put it into 4-5, add the value you want to add, like the penetration, and then go after the first couple patches. Right, we're going to dial in, the defense side of it because you're killing too fast. And then it's like, right, okay, we want to bring in the ranges closer, and that's how you solve it. But CIG are very much like where they just like to go mad and throw everything around. It's almost like half people don't know what's going on kind of jazz, so it is whatever. Long as it's not absolutely bonkers before live, that's all I care about. Instead of small steps, I know. It's the same thing when they did master modes. Like, instead of just making an SEM nav mode tweak, which would be amazing, they changed SEM nav mode, flight tuning, and all the weapon balancing without testing it with the community. So it's like, okay. Okay, okie dokie. Again, long as it sort of makes sense before live, that's fine. But we've got a long day of testing, so. There are a few people that play the game, but they're not actually devs. Some of the devs do play, but they're always too busy. Today we're trying out Mango Loco. I need to start ordering up drinks. Because my local just doesn't seem to be supplying the ones I want. As much as I don't mind the full sugar, I kind of like the ones that are 0 sugar.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Is it still memeing, is it? No. What am I doing? I can just search. Yeah, the delivering thing is still super scuffy. Drinking Monster. Come on. Ugh. Alright. Come on. Thank God. Okay.
Please visit us again.
I usually go for zero sugar. They say diet drinks is more unhealthy than the sugar drinks. No, that's a lot of shit. Absolute shit. See, the thing is though, is I couldn't get the zero sugar version of Monster, so I go for this one here. This is my go-to. The zero sugar. Because the great thing about zero sugar is these ones here. Any zero sugar drink, right? And any nutritionist or anybody that's actually going to be like legit to you, zero sugar with the sweeteners, obviously, if you're drinking like 4 or 5 of these cans a fucking day, you're going to have issues. But that's the same with anything that you drink if you don't deal with moderation, right? So for me, I only drink 1 of these a day. Normally it's the zero sugar one, but I couldn't get them today, so I have to go full fat. And the great thing about any carbonated drink is that it's literally nullifies the need to eat, right? And the great thing, obviously, about zero sugar is it doesn't have the sugar in it, so you don't have as high calories, but also you don't have as many carbs, which means that you're not craving other sugars, because when you have carbs, you have to have more sugars because of how the body works. I'm not going to get into super detail on it. So zero sugar drinks are great for somebody like me who's trying to lose weight, because not only does it suppress the need to go and eat because of what it does to the brain, but also zero sugar, so I'm not having extra like food cravings and stuff like that, right? Used to drink a 12-pack a day, fucking hell. Yeah, there we go. So it's great. But again, like everything, moderation. If I drink 1 of these cans every day for the rest of my life, am I going to get cancer? No. Am I going to have health problems? No. It's a load of fucking shit, right? Artificial sweeteners are probably the most tested substance on the earth by now. Yeah, most likely, yeah, right? So it's, again, it's just a load of bullshit that people will tell you about. It's the same thing as like, people are like, oh, you should have, you know, lots of greens and stuff like that, 5 a day. That's a load of shit as well. Because funny enough, having supplements in like vegetable format with minerals is so much better than for you. Like, you know these green drinks that you get the powder, you put water in and do that? That's better for you than fucking munching on a lettuce, basically. So for me, I'm not wanting to fill up my stomach with fucking vegetables that I have no idea what's been put on them, even though they're meant to be fresh, right? I would rather take a powder that has everything that I need in it. It does what I need to stay healthy. It's the same with salt, for example. I don't use normal salt, I use Celtic salt because it's full of minerals as well. It's like an electrolyte. So I supplement with things that we personally make because to consume the amount of fiber and stuff that you need from vegetables that you to like compared to it, it's like 9 times as more expensive where I'm at, right? Yeah, exactly, Ebone, yeah. Because I personally don't have the time to consume, like, again with 5 a day. 5 a day is not one apple, one carrot, one fucking, pepper or whatever the fuck. It's a stupid amount of vegetables that you have to eat to get the same amount of nutrition. Yes, they're more fiber dense, but you can then supplement with like chickseed and stuff like that and just swell them up and have them with like oats or something like that, depending on what your diet is. We're also meant to believe that you're meant to have like 3 meals a day. That's a load of fucking cack. An absolute little cack. Sometimes I go for like 2 days without eating. Now, yes, I supplement with the supplement powders and stuff like that, but humans are just like, again, you go back 500-600 years ago, do you think people were having fucking 4-course fucking meals and snacks in between the day? No, you were going for maybe 1 or 2 days without eating because you were either foraging for small amounts of berries or vegetables. Do you think somebody had a whole fucking field of carrots to eat to get your fiber a day? It's a load of shit, man. Like, people, the way people are taught about nutrition is dreadful, you know? I believe you must only eat when you're hungry, but even then, you don't need to eat. You don't. Because again, you can use your fats and stuff. It's the same thing. We're like bears, right? Omnivores, right? We fill our fats up, and then in wintertime, if you don't have the food available, you burn your fats. That's simple as that. Drinking water is good. Like, doing 40-hour fasting and then coming off and having like a steak is amazing for you. Because people are like, oh no, when you do like a 48, 72-hour fast, you should really have bone broth beginning. Fuck off. Do you think a lion who doesn't fucking eat for like a week and shit goes, oh, you know what, guys? I've been fasting on water for a fucking week. You know what? Let's have some bone broth first. No, they're fucking chewing on a fucking steak on the side of an animal. We're exactly the same. Do you think a human stomach is different to a fucking lion stomach? They might be more rougher in what they eat, but we can eat raw meat as well. We can eat raw beef. We can eat raw chicken. Yes, for a couple of weeks you're gonna shit yourself, but eventually your stomach gets good to it. The only thing that's a problem is because of like how we grow chickens and shit like that. But if everything was wild, you can go absolutely lunatic on shit. But everyone's made to believe this way that we're to do things. It's a load of shit, man. Like, I just trust my own system. Eat when I need to eat. I eat as little as processed food as I can. And, you know, then I supplement hunger for, again, like these zero sugar drinks. Because I'm only having maybe 1 a day. 2 if it's a really fucking bad day or something like that. But they are, like, the whole of this year I've only had 1 a day. You don't have to go fucking crazy. I think your gallbladder is for raw meat. Wonder why the zero sugar or of normal Monster isn't in there. But where I'm at just now, it's just because it runs out of stock, that's all. It runs out of stock. And that'll do. Mostly why we're fat here in the US. Well, I generally think it's because people are overweight is because they eat too much. It's not really, you know, the problem in the diet. Like, for example, you can go to McDonald's every day, get a quarter-pounder meal with a milkshake, and if that's your only thing for the day, you will lose weight. Is it healthy? Is it nutrition dense? No. But if you did it for a year, like that dude, you will lose weight, right? Yeah, exactly. High protein is always like the thing is you want to try and get, what is it, like 40 grams of protein a day? You want to, depending on your exercise and your energy, you want to balance out, do you go for fat and stay on keto kind of style and go for ketogen energy, or are you actually really burning energy and you go for the carb sort of method, right? It all depends on like your lifestyle. And that's how you should design it around. But you always want to try and get about 40 grams of protein a day just to keep healthy in your muscle, not burn your muscle and stuff like that instead of fat, and more mainly burn for the fat. But again, it all depends on everyone's diet, everyone's lifestyle. How have you got, you know? The thing is, like, doing meal prep is actually generally one of the easiest things to do because you can cook up, like, you get some lean 5% mince. Obviously, it would be chuck in America or whatever you call it, right? And you could use turkey mince and season it up, make it like burrito style. Don't add lots of crap to it like tomatoes. Just use seasoning. Try and stay away from as much butter as you can. Just cook it up. Take a wrap it, foil it, put it in the freezer, and there you go. There's a quick protein snack, basically, that doesn't cost you much to do. And you can do it with grilled chicken as well. Just don't add all the other stuff to it. And then you make that fresh, basically, depending on what you're going to do. That's the easiest, like, life hack for quick eating. And you can make a whole weekly batch. And those motherfuckers will stay fresh in the freezer for, like, a month. Because when people are like, oh, I don't have time to actually cook, just fucking take one day of the week to do meal prep, and you're fucking sorted. You can literally make a week's worth of food in one day and freeze it, and then just fucking microwave it or air fry it. The great thing about wrapping the wraps, they're like, and you can put like low-fat mozzarella in it or something like that, depending on what you want. You can put some peppers, you know? And then, like I said, just foil wrap it and put like 20 of them per month in your freezer. And anytime you're feeling hungry, just snack on that shit. It's low calorie and it's food dense. So feed you up. And depending on protein and stuff. And it's the same with like if you really need to get your protein in, then use powder supplements. If you need to get your minerals in per day, supplement. Don't go and buy a fucking carton of orange juice. Go and get some vitamin C supplements. It's so much better for you than tanking on fucking that shite. Again, have like a glass of orange juice a day if that's your thing. But I know people that will fucking buy a carton of apple juice and stuff, and I'm like, you do realize your average carton of fucking orange juice has a ridiculous amount of sugar. Little orange juice. Like, this shit is fucking really bad for you. Like, you know, I would rather have a can of Monster than these motherfuckers that will tank on this shit, right? I don't even think it's gonna show you this stuff. Alright. Yeah, probably won't. Let's do, like, your basic race. This is this, right? This fucking shit. Yeah, it's like there's no date on it, which is super fucking worrying. I just randomly picked this one. Yeah, there's something wrong about not showing any image of your data, right? Let's look at Tropicana, right? So again here, right? So per 100 milliliters, 9.3 grams of carbs, 8.6 grams of them are sugar, and look at all the rest of the stuff, right? You get the vitamin C and potassium, but it's the carbohydrates that you don't need, because the problem is the more carbohydrates you have, the more you'll binge for sugars. So for me, I just go and get a supplement that gives me the vitamin C and the potassium, and I cut out this shit. And I save in long time, you know? Again, if you're gonna have like a glass and stuff like that, but I know somebody that will literally tank like nearly a carton of this a day, and I'm like, dude, like, that's like 13 grams of fucking sugar. And it's not good sugar. Because, again, like, you're not meant to fucking go into a field of oranges and fucking gorge on it. One orange or something like that is fine. But again, if I'm wanting my potassium stuff, I'll just get supplement pills. Because you get a higher dosage. And if I then need fiber, I'll have like chia seeds. Or did you know that cocoa powder is actually stupidly dense in fiber? Right? So a chocolate milkshake made with like so get yourself like coconut milk and get yourself like a cocoa powder that is like 80%. It's not going to be the tastiest of shit. But the cocoa powder mixed into coconut milk is insanely fiber dense. And you just drink it. You know? You just fucking chug it down. People could say sugar from cola and fruits are different. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. The thing is though is you can get healthier like stuff from like say for example a carrot's sugar is a different type of sugar to like a fruit sugar, right? So carrots are pretty sweet, but they are full of sugar at the end of the day because of it, right? The body processes. Oh god, I don't want to get too technical on it, but the body processes sugar in different ways depending on who you are and stuff like that. So when somebody says, "Oh, this is really good for you," and it's like certain amount of sugars, you might not process that amount of sugars the same, so you have to look into your own data. And people just don't bother. Wait, oh, did I not take them off? Again, I just don't waste my life on that shit anymore. It's a waste of time. I get supplements for what I need. Iron, potassium, magnesium, all these things that... What's the one we also don't produce, but we need? I can't remember what that one is. That's why I like supplements. And then again, Celtic salt. Celtic salt was a game changer for me. Hey, Tumba, how you doing? And if you guys have never tried this, may I suggest trying something like this? Celtic sea salt over your normal salt. Look at that lovely little video. This is like how we used to do sea salt many years ago before doing other things. And what I love about these type of, and you can search for your own type, right? Is I personally like the taste of this sea salt better. It's got more of like a sharp salt taste than sea salt, and or like your table salt and stuff like that. But what I love about these is the amount of minerals that comes with it as well. So it's a great thing where you take like a pinch of the salt, put it underneath your tongue, and it's like an electrolyte when you start the day. So, or for example, I mix it in water with a little honey and a little bit of lemon, and it's great for the throat. But it's like an instant. Instead of, you know what I mean? Like some people will get up and they'll drink a fucking orange juice, and it's like, all right. For me, just a pinch of this salt in some fresh water, honey, thing, and it's like, I just instantly go, oh, all right. Well, that's it. I've come out of my sleep pattern. I'm a bit juiced up, and it's really, really good. It's an absolute game changer for me using Celtic sea salt. just purely because of the extra stuff that's in it. And you can see, you can get different types and stuff like that, but let's see if they've actually got their mineral thing here. Maybe they've not got it on the website. But yeah, look on like any packet and you can get, it'll show you here, hopefully. I guess they're not going to show you all the stuff that's in it. Mine shows you like what minerals are in the side of it. But yeah. Just try it. Just get a little bag for yourself. For me, it was just an absolute game changer. Not just because of the minerals that's in it, but the taste. It's just surprisingly much nicer.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Health tips with TheDarkLaw? No, it's just basic shit.
Vehicle
Like I said,
has been delivered to
if you
the
want to
following
lose
location.
weight, have a rich meal that will fill you up for the day. Go and get a McDonald's meal with a fucking large milkshake. Have that, and that's your only meal for the day, and you'll lose weight. Obviously adding in some exercise, some steps even, you know, you'll lose weight. Is it healthy for you to have it every day? No. Will you lose weight? Yes, because just being in a calorie deficit naturally loses weight. The faster ways to lose weight are certain things that bind fat in the body. So, you know, some people say that having a lot more ginger in your diet and lemons and what was the other thing? Is meant to loosen the fat in your body so that you burn it and stuff like that. I don't really know, because for me, like, I do like ginger, but I can't imagine having like too much of it, you know. It's not something that I would just fucking nom 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 nom. Cutting down on a lot of certain fruits, like for example bananas. As much as bananas are good for you, so is a fucking spoonful of potassium. But bananas are quite sugary, so like avoid sugar things. You're looking for more calorie dense foods, so like a bag of leaf is better for you because you will burn more calories burning the leaf that gives you the calories. You know, is it going to be fiber dense for you? No, because fiber works very differently for different food types. It's the same with fats and carbs, you know. For example, a plate of potato, boiled potato, is better for you in like carbs and like fat density and carb density than, you know, having like a fucking bag of crisps, chips, whatever you call them in your country. Because it fills you up, right? You want to eat anything or do anything that fills you up so you don't have the little shit, because it's the little shit that weighs up. That's the bad stuff. I'd say, yeah, we're gonna go with this again. So like snacking on fruit, snacking on anything is just not good. Again, try and get down to having one meal a day. It's an absolute game changer if you do that. And even incorporate like a 24-hour water fast and then have one meal a day. Skip a meal. Like, I know a lot of people that will not eat a full meal on Mondays. At the same time every day, yeah. Like for me, I, you know, generally avoid breakfast. You know how like everyone knows breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Only if you're like up at fucking 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know? For people who get up late, oh almost there. I need the mission. For people that get up late in the morning, afternoon kind of style, then, you know, dinner is probably a more important breakfast. Again, you don't need to fucking eat the moment you get up. Water does flush out your system, but the thing is though, is normal water is not good. Like I said, take your water, mix it with Celtic sea salt, and you actually have an electrolyte drink that's putting minerals into your body, because just typical water doesn't have shit in it. So you're flushing your body out and removing lots of important stuff as well. So you want to also put minerals back into your system. So yeah, drinking a lot of water is good for you, but if you don't put electrolytes back in with you, you're flushing out your system of good stuff as well. Breakfast was invented by Kellogg's? Yeah, very much. Like I said, no joke, go for like a day of drinking electrolytes for 24 hours, and then the first thing you have the next day is a fucking T-bone steak with butter. Maybe some asparagus. Trust me, you'll appreciate what I'm saying. And if you're vegetarian, go and have a fucking salad.
Shields online.
Yo, Hoster, thank you very much for 3 months, dude.
It's dangerous to go alone, take this.
Also, boiled eggs over like fried eggs with some Celtic sea salt, maybe a little sweet chili. Or like take your boiled egg and like put a little chili oil on top of it. That's the good stuff. Hey Greg, are we hyped for 4.5?
hyped for 4.5?
We are, but it all depends on certain systems. It's open wave now, so good for testing. The thing is CIG have sort of like 180'd on some of the settings, so we'll see where they go over the weekend with it. It was looking in a really good place, but with them resetting some settings, it's questionable. A double Whopper cheese has 9 essential minerals. If I eat 2 per day, that's 18. Yeah, but the thing is though, is you're also looking at like, you know, it's not really good for you to just have a couple of cheeseburgers a day, even if it has minerals in it. Yeah, this is PTU, yeah. You're kind of wanting to balance out where you can go and have your cheeseburger, but go and have something else that will like, you know, calorie dense, fill you up and stuff. It's the same thing with like if anybody's wanting to lose weight and they're wanting to have something sweet, try a cream milkshake or a cream shake using cocoa powder. Not only is it dense in fiber, but because of the cream it's high calories, and you could add a little bit of peanut butter to it if you want to sort of fill up with more calories. So you can go and have your burger and then have a high calorie dense, high fiber shake like I've just said. It's not the best, but eventually over time your taste buds will change to accompany it. And that's you for the day, right? But I would always suggest if you're gonna have one meal a day, try and get like 1500 calories in and just make it where it's very dense foods, so that for the next 24 hours you don't feel hungry. believe they made it where NPCs now just explode, right? There's something in the patch notes. I hope so, because holy shit.
Shields under fire.
I hope so. Hey, critical. Yeah, that's fine, critical. No more cargo salvage? Yeah, I know. I'm not really sure CIG is truly aware of
Contact.
their wonderful settings. Again, this critical explosion thing is so stupid. It really is. It's so stupid.
Shields under fire.
Oh. Notice what we have beside us. This thing back straight for me? It is. Oof. That nose. Chat, time to go.
Shields under fire. Shield down.
Just got an idea here.
Shields offline.
For testing purposes.
Shields online.
Are you getting closer? Oh, it's just, I got this sticky thing. Should have pressed the button beforehand, but whatever. Oof, that noise. Mm-hmm. Cool thing is, it's like super fast to fix this up. I almost think this is faster than fucking warping to like a moon and trying to get a fucking repair, you know, so not bad actually. Yeah, like apart from the like fin and stuff like that, but that's not bad actually. Alright. Let's go
Shields
in.
offline.
That's nice, Again, if you were to do these sort of missions with 2 people, or like a bigger ship and stuff like that, it'd be a lot better, but I'm just purely testing. I'm not even using like
Shields
a
online.
good fit or not, you know.
Shields under fire. Ammo low.
Power plant. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, actually. Not bad. Not bad. I will be very interested to see how things go in PvP, though.
Quantum travel initiated.
Does anybody know where we get the L21 from? Ugh. Mm-hmm. Or they're not added in yet. This is not added in. Oh, it is Area 18? Alright. Give me a sec. Just gonna recall Big Camp. So much faster. We'll buy a Talon as well. You like it? It's good stuff. May I suggest watching a anime series on Amazon called Has Been Hotel? It's about hell and heaven. It's really good. Area 18, you said. Okay. Area. Let's see. No. No. Actually, no, that's a good one. Hey, buddy, agree. Any tangible changes? They've put shields back to 4/4 stats and adjusted armor a little bit. So it's somewhat better than yesterday. I still think it was better at the start of the week, Monday and Tuesday. Just because of the ranges, just because it was different. But, again, it's open PTU this Friday. That means the whole weekend to test out things. Stuart as well. Welcome on YouTube. I'm more positive today than I was yesterday. That's for sure. But I still would like CIG to nerf ranges on size 1 to 4. Like they were doing. It just made it where like bigger ships had the ability to like shoot other ships, you know. But we'll see, we'll see. Again, CIG might have just reset all the stats to make it where like ranges will be the last thing that they tweak. If you can get the damages, you can get the defense sorted out, then you can change the races and then see how it goes. Pit crew in the Idris will be epic. I know, I'm looking forward to that. But I don't think we'll get that until next year, end of next year.
Want your company to be in good company? Our group's unique vertically integrated
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Hey, Critic, how you doing, dude? Friday, I know. Friday with open PTU. Ads starting in 50 seconds, guys. Do appreciate you watching the ads. Thank you very much. If you don't like ads, may I suggest Twitch Turbo or subscribe. I can get a golden cup? Oh my god.
Now arriving.
Thank you so much. You love shredders? It all depends on like what you're trying to achieve. Just purely because of ammo amounts. I think fighters with ballistics will come into play more when you can rearm on carriers and stuff. Yeah. That's the good new Vulcan system that needs to be worked on massively. But also, like, I generally don't think any of these things work at all. Like, none of this works. It doesn't change anything to do with FPS in this game. So all these extra things don't do shit, as far as I'm concerned. You know, and I can even put this down to like performance. And I'm still on shit FPS. It's the servers more than anything else. Because I can put it on native as well. Right? Same FPS on 4K to 1080p. The game is so unoptimized, it's not even funny. It's not a client problem, no. You know the funny thing is though, people be like, oh, you gotta fucking get a 9800 X3D and a 5090 to play Star Citizens. Like, no. What are you gonna get? Fucking 5-10 more FPS for the sake of a second PC? It's fucking just stupid, man. There's no point spending anything on hardware when a game is not optimized. Shut up, bitch. Is there only one console in here? Ooh. Oh no, here we are. Real performance? Not really, but yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Just quickly having a look before I head back. Ooh, actually. Forgotten how much I actually really like Fall Out Boy. FPS chasers are always in for a rude awakening. It's also the video, like, ungenuine videos where it's like, hey guys, you can get fucking 200 FPS if you do these settings, but it won't actually give you 200 FPS. It's fake frames, by the way, which will give you bad latency as well. It's like, holy shit. Again, just play any normal game. I can play Where Winds Meet on 4K with nearly fucking 150 FPS on max settings. I play Star Citizen and I get 30 FPS. Nothing to do with my hardware. It's the game is just not optimized. That's it also. Why am I doing this when I can skip it? Download more Wham? Yeah. Download more Wham. That was at like a... Was that a WoW convention that guy did that meme? Download more Wham. Or was it RAM? What's this?
Homelander speak.
I'm trying to remember the Wham meme. Was it the Wham meme? Yeah. Here.
Yes, the handsome guy in the front.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
I can't even remember it. Detonated Wham. That was it. Yeah, this meme. This fucking kid.
To these people, and it's been good. I enjoy it.
Let's do the next question. Next question on this left side.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
That's it.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat your question?
Dedicated RAM to a server.
RAM.
If you're
how
running
much
off your
RAM?
PC.
He gets the meme straight away. Look at the fucking smirk.
RAM.
If you're
how
running
much
off your
RAM?
PC.
Depending on plugins and players.
Yeah, so what it's really this is a technical question you're asking, how much RAM?
Oh my god. It's so good. Bless his cotton socks, chat.
Welcome to the ASOP retrieval system.
The fucking Wham. And the thing is though, I'm pretty sure that kid is like 100% trying to be serious as well. Dedicated RAM, yeah. Oh, good stuff. I like old memes. Holy shit, CIG. How am I meant to fucking check this one out? Also, I thought containers were meant to come with fucking stuff. You lied to me, CIG. Where is it? Where did they say? Here. Shops will now only sell fully fitted RMC canisters. Bullshit! Bullshit! Area 18 doesn't sell them. How much is Wham prices in the UK now? Not that much, actually. All after that no nonsense with the GPUs and shit, it's gone down a lot. Yeah, big repair tool, yeah. I think one of the best things to ever do with computers was the what was the 21K, was it the 21K patch in 2000 or 1999? Well, I can't remember when it was, right? The Y2K patch that everyone had to fucking get. I'm pretty sure that was just a meme. I'm pretty sure that was just a fucking joke. But companies were so scared, right? Hey Stu, how you doing? I think I got a full container in one of the shops and space stations. Yeah, it might just be a separate thing. Alright. Now we gotta head to Nick's again. Test out these two ships. Ugh. Obviously can't test out the L-22 because, well, whatever's going on here. Probably edge get dropped down by 1, I think. Middle of the night, drop the ecstasy! Ooh. Oh, well, I need to have to do this one again.
パーティーパロットレアパロットパーティーパロットがチミ ASS。
Marcus Hazen, thank you very much for the 28 months! Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's PTU? Still testing. Still testing. I'll let you know at the end of the day. Ooh. The wolf can't do this? Ooh, I guess we're gonna have to go there to maybe... It has to be the drive, yeah. Interesting. I think it's just the stock drive it comes with.
Quantum drive engaged. Quantum drive disengaged.
Again, if you just had all ships available, fine.
Quantum drive engaged. Quantum drive disengaged.
Alright, we'll quickly get a refuel here. Also, I need to find this tune. Where is it?
Quantum drive engaged.
I need to find it here. Where's that? Where is that? I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second, chat. What's this one? This fucking game is called available. What is this fucking thing called? What is that?
Quantum fuel, 50%. Hey Glitch, how you doing, dude? Yeah, that's quite a good beat, actually. I heard this last night. Here we go. Here we go. So good, man. With a little like Mongolian throat music in it. Exclamation mark song pack, if you want it. It's so good, man. Oh, also, isn't this thing got no... Oh, that. What's the button for this thing? Whoops. Ah, yes! Look at that! Holy shit. Sick. Landing gear deployed. Safe arrival achieved.
The button here. This one here.
100%.
The middle one. Oh, and it doesn't come back out? Oh, no, it does. So you have to do it every time, sadly. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good song. Heard it last night and I was like, there's different versions. Also, this one as well, like... This is such a good tune. If you never heard it. This is beatboxing, by the way. Yeah, by Wing, yeah. I fucking love this shit. This would be my... This is the song I would use if having sex. You're in bed, you're like, put some music on, it's totally... She thinks it's gonna be romantic, and you put fucking Wing on, it starts beatboxing. You know you're in for a kinky time. Funny beat for sex, I know. It's a fairly short song, that's true, yeah. 2 minutes. There's a beatbox song out, but and I can't remember the dude's name. I think it's from Taras Stain, but I can't find the actual song of it. And if anybody knows. Or maybe it's this. Let's have a look. Maybe it is. No, this is not it. I wish I could do this shit with my voice. Gladius RL21? I don't know yet. Still too much information before I can give any builds. That's why I'm testing everything. I love that though. Bum, 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 bum. That's so cool. I would love to do that. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Sideways. Yeah, I do, yeah. I'll put that on next, actually. Ah, that's good. It's on next, dude. Hitting early today? Yeah, I got a lot to test. Beatboxing has come on so much the last few days. Yeah. I think beatboxing has come along because you have the ability to record and then fire it off at the same time, right? So as you beatbox one thing, you can record it and then move on to the next set of tones whilst the other one is playing. And people are like, oh, but that's ingenuine. Like, you know, you're using like echoes and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but it's impossible to do a full song unless you do it a cappella, right? Use the method of a cappella, where instead of one beatboxer you would have 5. So I think it's amazing that you can do a full song by yourself if you do the different tones in the form of a cappella. Yeah, looping, like, everyone's like, oh, looping is just as bad as AI, and it's like, no, it's not. Because it's also, the person who's doing the loop is also got the timing right. And timing is what beatboxing is all about. Not just about your vocal control, but it's being able to do the things at a certain time, right? Ooh. Hopefully this dude's just gonna refuel and fucking skedaddle. Go. Ooh. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Again, I always find it weird when people moan about, like, people looping. It's like, it's still the same person, it's just using a recording on the spot to keep it going, you know? Yeah, that's true, yeah. Do you know how the power profiles work? That you can do now in the PTU? Yeah, they're only for engineering, and it's basically making a preset, you know. Using synth? Yeah. Again, I always find it very weird. Like, you can always tell when you're like AI and stuff, but the only other way, like, I can show you, right? And before I go through here. Right. Is this, right? Where the fuck is my mouse? There. This, right? This is the only way to do it without thingybob. I'm gonna just play it a little bit. Right. That's all you're getting because I have to fucking now put it through a different thing, right? Because of how YouTube works. So we'll hide this. Or where is it here? Right? So we do it this way. Aurelia! I know. The beautiful Aurelia. So there, like. This is the only way to do it without looping. Right?
Shields disengaged.
I fucking love that trumpet noise, man. And it's literally closing the gums together or the lips together. So again, that's a song using 5 beatboxers at the same time. And like, the way I look at it is it's no more different than one person using a loop system. Because again, the person solo doing the loop is still doing all the vocals and just running the loop themselves, right? It's not like it's an AI running the loop. So... Love how it's constantly doing the wrong color for this jump guy. Oof, so laggy. Even a lot of lyrics are ChatGPT? Yeah.
Quantum drive engaged. Quantum fuel 75%.
I love beatboxing. Beatboxing, like, acapella is so good, man. So satisfying. It's like ASMR for me. I wish I could find this song that was on TikTok. I need to try and find it here whilst we're warping. Beatboxer. No. Yeah, this one here. This is the song here I need.
Tonight, we try to find
But without this tune. I need to find this tune. And I don't know what I don't know what it's called. This one here.
Tonight, we try to find the light. So hard, explain my heart in flame. Tonight, we try
now this uses looping.
to find the light. So hard, explain my heart in flame.
so good.
Tonight we try to find the light. So hard explain my heart and flame. Tonight we try to find the light. So hard explain my heart and flame.
Yeah, it's so good. So fucking good, like. Alright.
Welcome
Pull some other
to the
ships here.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Need the mill fill in this. Oh, the L-22 actually is in this now. Okay. That's working for me. Pull the meteor. We need to test that. Talon.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
And you get the Shiv.
Your vehicle has been moved to our
Shiv in the other one.
facility. Please visit us.
Gray, I replied to you on Discord, dude. Just in case I missed your question. See if they fixed here. Oh, have they? Yay, it's fixed. Cool. Alright, that's good. Levski is fixed. Num 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 num.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
The dark. Come on. Jeez, this thing is so scuffed.
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
You
system.
can't do any presets as a pilot, dude. Alright? So unless you've got an engineer in the back doing it for you, don't worry about presets. You can't do presets as a pilot. And it should remain that way as far as I'm concerned. Why is it all saying claim?
Welcome to the ASOP
Like,
vehicle
genuinely, unless
retrieval
you're going to be
system.
an engineer, you don't need to worry about presets. Ooh. Interesting. But the engineer can say yes, but once he says it, can the pilot... No. Just get out the idea that the pilot is going to ever have anything more than we have right now. So start learning how to micromanage your power whilst you're sitting in the seat doing combat. If not, sit in the fucking turret and leave it to people who can. Again, CIG are going to make this game very much where if you're not smart enough to be a pilot, do something less intelligent. Not everyone is going to be the Maverick in this story. And that way people leave? Cool. Bye. Thanks for the money. Do you think we care about anyone who has bought the game right now? No, of course not. If the game is successful, Squadron 42 is successful, you will have millions more people play this game who actually play the game. Right now, you have like, what? A few million backers? Most of them are alts, people spamming fucking referral things. And you've got like a good 90% of the community that don't play this game. Who fucking cares if they don't come back to Star Citizen? We have their money. You want this game to be successful for the people who actually will buy this game. If only we had other things to do besides combat. Exactly, right? There's loads of things to do. Again, if people can't be a fighter pilot because they're not intelligent to micromanage power in combat, there's gunners, there's engineering, there's repair team, there's FPSers, there's mining, there's salvaging. There's so much more to do. You don't have to be the Maverick in the game. And it's completely fine. It's completely fine to not be Maverick. No big deal to set power through for pilot. I still have not the power settings on like the triangle of the hat or left side. Again, you'll soon be, can I be goose? You'll soon have it where you're not going to have all power to everything in the game, so that's coming eventually down the line with engineering. Okay, take that. You can actually take these off, good. Okay, so we can actually do a full test here. A profession is basically a game of its own in Star Citizen, yeah. I think generally, like, CIG, I know, like, CIG will never say it to people, and that's why you come to this channel, to get an honest fucking opinion. There's a reason why people are not pilots, racing drivers, astronauts, all that shit in real life, because sometimes it's okay to be not smart enough to do those jobs. And if Star Citizen goes into a profession sort of based game, it's okay for you not to be in a position that you thought you were going to eventually be. It's completely fine. Need the charger, even though I think the Light Blossom actually might give me more power. Light Blossom is competition. No, it's not. Where's Light Blossom? It's 14 units compared to my 16. Okay. I need that. Probably do these as well. People just expect games to be easy? Yeah, exactly. Again, I said this to other people the other day there. I only think the engineer should be able to do profiles. And the reason for that is I want the engineer to come up to the console and go boop, 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 and then start working on repairing, you know, doing other things. I don't want somebody to be purposely stuck to a screen going, it should be where like you set it to combat mode or chill mode, so then you can go and do other things and relax and stuff like that. I also think that just like in Dune Awakening, if anybody's ever played Dune Awakening, whenever you do the mining game, you see like that you scan the object and then you've got this like little mini game to harvest. You can just hold the trigger to harvest, but the mini game produces more yield. I would like that on repairing. So when somebody goes up to it, the whole gameplay is not just holding left click or right click and fucking fixing the device. I think you should be able to scan the device, quickly do a mini game, and it does like 50% repair instantly because you went in and did a skill check. I think this would be really good for the game. So the engineer's running around going, shh, yeah, right, okay, that's fucking done. I've got like maybe a little bit of time here. Skill check, boop, 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 boop. Console, control there, dude, and you're fucking micromanaging like a motherfucker. But you're not just sitting there going, guys, 50% health. Great, great A, you know? I think it would be really, really cool. And it wouldn't be difficult for CIG to implement. Multi-roles, yeah, but the thing is though, it's very difficult to gun and fix things at the same time. So there's many ways that CIG can take engineering in the future. Right now it's just more typical CIG fashion. Put a laser beam on it and hope it works, right? Again, it's going to be really, really cool. Really, really cool. But it won't be anything until down the line. Okay. What does actually this come with? It comes with DS. So we're going to polar up this. Again, I can't do anything more than this sort of fit. C military, all stop. What's that one? Meteor. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm trying to get like, again, an A-class fit as close to an A-class fit without having to grind for an A-class fit. So do you think a 3-man crew can run a Perseus effectively? I would say 4 minimum, just because it is a slightly big ship and repairing the big modules is not that, like if you're getting pounded. So I would say you have your 2 main gunners, your pilot, and then 1 engineer as a standard. And then your rear gunner acts as a spare engineer if the main engineer can't work it. And if you don't have enough people to do that, I generally think you should not use the Perseus. That's my take. I generally believe you don't want to start getting min-maxing down to, oh, I can't be bothered to recruit another person. Or I'm going to just have 1 main gun, right? Because at that stage, right, look at this way. Instead of 1 Perseus, bring 2 Connies with, you know, an engineer on each ship. There you go. It does actually a better job than 3 or 4 people on a Perseus. In the long run, you can achieve more things from it. So it all depends on what you're using the ships for. Like on a daily basis, you're not going to be running around. Like, and we're talking about 1.0 type of stuff. You're not going to be running around always in your Perseus. Because ammunition is eventually going to get more expensive. Fuel is going to eventually get more expensive. Once your modules don't get returned to you when you reclaim the ship, it's going to get expensive to actually go and buy more modules. Like right now, if you think of it, before the price hike, putting on a JS 500 into a Perseus was about 10 million a pop, right? In the future, you could be spending 10 million a week to replace your modules because you're constantly using that ship. And just like in Dune Awakening, you kind of want to keep your good shit back for the important stuff and use the mediocre crap during your farming session and your scouting and stuff like that. I think if anybody's recently playing Dune Awakening, that's the closest thing to what I would expect Star Citizen to be like. Hopefully not catering for PvE though, but the same sort of setup. You are on a daily basis going out in, you know, decent armor, decent gear, but you're keeping your tier 3, tier 5 shit for when you're having like a battle, org versus org, or you're gonna go and do like a big PvE event, like the thing that they're wanting to do at the end of 26. That's when I would use my good gear, right? And not burn through it. But people on Spectrum literally want to have tier 5 in everything of their ship. Tier 5 ship, tier 5 modules, and never have to replace the modules. And if you don't have that, these people will literally just be like in Dune Awakening. They'll get their tier 6 choppers, and 2 weeks later they'll quit the game. So you don't want to cater for somebody that has that mindset. I know that sounds rough, but if you ever want a game to be successful, you want to have it where those type of people come and go and are replaced, and the people who will actually play the game and constantly play the game, that's the people you want to aim for. Just like they did in EVE Online. They didn't cater to PvEers, they just gave PvEers a little space, and you have to replace things if you lose it. Just like in Dune Awakening and other games. So let's say shields need a boost, that should be the engineer doing the overclock and put power to the shields. The thing is there's no overclocking right now. There's no bonus to an engineer that people are wanting. The bonus is the engineer keeps your big ship alive longer than without. Just like it is in Sea of Thieves. And I think that's all that a multi-crew ship needs to be in people's mind. It needs to be where instead of you bring 5 people and 5 fighters, you bring like a Perseus with those 5 people, and that entity on the field is more scarier than 5 fighters. That's how the game needs to go. No, but when's it coming? Yeah, eventually you might get that. But again, like if CIG don't put the overclocking in, or any system like that, if say that idea gets scrapped, I look at it that multi-crew is just preventing that ship from dying faster. And it allows you to have an entity in a fleet that's more scarier than 5 fighters. That's the way I look at it. It's the same as like you would have to have like 10 crew on an Idris. And when you bring the Idris in, it's no longer one person solo on it and people taking off in their fighters. It's like, right, well, if you think of it, if you put a full ballistic Idris together, and we're talking about the size 5 ballistics, the size 4 ballistics and stuff like that, and you had crew on every one of those guns, that's actually a very scary ship, by the way. Really fucking scary. But the problem is you have to have like, how many is this? Like 4 gunners, 5 gunners, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13 gunners plus pilot plus maybe like 4 or 5 engineers. So you need roughly about 20 people on an Idris, in my opinion, in the future to make it effective. But the thing is though, is if you had those 20 people on board, that ship is super fucking scary when you see it. But if you see a solo player Idris, you're like, who fucking cares, right? It might kill one of us with its railgun, but it's dead afterwards, right? And that's what it needs to be. It needs to be the stop this solo mentality, I'm fucking Maverick from Top Gun, and more like, right, let's keep our fucking baby alive kind of thing. Engineering is working, yeah, but it still needs a lot of tweaks, Destroyer. That goes exactly against what they said in their silly little write-up though. Engineering is, in their own words, to make ships more survivable with baseline without engineering being similar to 4.4 levels. Yeah, but that's not in the game right now, Quartz. That's my point. Engineering does not give you anything more of a bonus than your ship stays alive right now in 4.5. And I think that's all it needs to be, personally. That's all it needs to be. And make it where if you are solo, you can only go from A to B. I personally don't think PDC should work unless you've got crew. Like somebody that actually is on a weapon station or something like that. That's my take. I don't take 4 or 5 PTU as gospel. Again, I'm just literally stating my opinion. I don't think engineering should be any more than keeping a ship alive. That's it. It doesn't need bonuses to anything else, in my opinion. The bonus should be that ship stays on the field longer than the other ship. And that's the win. Again, when you're driving around in a fucking Abrams tank, right? And you've got somebody fucking auto-loading or somebody manually loading to help you out. You're not going, well, I hope I get 25% bonus to fucking cannon rate of fire. No, you're like, holy shit, this dude's allowing me to reload faster and that's it. There are too many ships available compared to the number of players who can crew them. Sure, yeah. I personally don't think you should get any bonus to a ship more than you're keeping that ship operational compared to somebody that by themselves can't. That's the way I look at it. I also don't think ships should explode unless fire consumes the interior. I'm so sick and tired of ships just randomly exploding from this critical bullshit. It should be where you disable somebody so you can board them, and if you want to full death them, you keep pounding them until fire consumes the ship. And it burns it away. And then explodes from inside. I think that would be a better mechanic. But we're not going to get that for 4 or 5. Or radiation leak from the power plant causes people to have to evacuate the ship. And you have to send in people with radiation suits to fix it if you board it, right? There's so many cool things that you could have instead of ships just exploding. Cars can be on fire and they still don't fucking explode. I know, but again, we're looking at it from a game point of view, not a real life point of view. Again, if it was a real life point of view, none of us would be moving around at 21 Gs. We'd be fucking liquidated. But this is my take. I just don't think engineering should be anything more than keeping your ship alive. And when the ship is alive on the scene, it's more of a threat than those people on the ship in fighters. That's how I think the game should be. Fighters should have their role at dealing with anti-fighters that can pester other ships and disable other ships. But it should be where if you see a Perseus that's crewed on the field, that is like, ooh, that has to go, right? But people want it where, oh, if I'm an engineer, I should be giving the turret 25% fucking turn rate. No! No! That's where your gunner and pilot should be working together to make those turns better. Not the fucking dude pressing a button. Because I'll just literally create an alt on an alt PC and macro it. I'll press a button on my keyboard here whilst I'm flying the thing and the NPC does this to fucking give me the bonus when I need it to be. It's so stupid. Just keep the ship alive. That's all that it needs to be. And that's the reward. Ads coming in, guys. Again, when you play Sea of Thieves and you're versing other players, you don't go, oh, I hope I patch this fucking hole and I get 25% hull resistance. No, you're just fixing the fucking ship. Okay, this is sort of like the best build I can come up with for this thing. God, I'm so sick and tired of having to scroll down. I don't know why they just don't give our hangars at the top of the list. Like, who the fuck wants to scroll through all this shit every fucking time? Just put our hangars at the top. It's that simple, CIJ.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I did see Foxy remove a crit power plant that stopped the timer. Okay, do that on a size 3 ship where you can't remove the power plant. Again, I don't know why the fuck people keep talking about this guy. Every video I watch, it's like a fucking idiot rolling across the keyboard with like the way he presents it.
Your vehicle
It's just fucking, this dude would get 360'd in a fucking PvP match by anybody. Who fucking cares about PvE? PvE is so simple to do. Like, when people make builds for PvE, I'm fucking cringing, like... You're versing AI that has no intelligence whatsoever, and you're struggling with it. Right, can we juice this thing? Right, so we got a lot of power here. Let's get this. Kinda need one more there. So definitely we need... Yeah, see, it's pretty hot because of that. This might do. What would be if we drop down here? How many shots are we losing? 63. Especially in the new flight model where you want to have more power to turning. I think this is sort of like a really nice balance of heat compared to other things. We'll have to see. No idea. Again, we're just using NPCs so we get shot at. NPCs are a fucking joke in 4.5, so like I wouldn't even worry about any PvE builds whatsoever. Just military fit and you'll be good. Yeah, Mobiglass is really scuffed. Oh yeah, we're getting this in there.
Shield disengaged.
Okay, I'll do it.
Shield active.
Size 3 is an issue, yeah. But even then, like, again, the moment you remove the power plant, you're still eventually going to explode once CIG delivers the whole system. Again, if somebody wants you dead, you're gonna die. That's just how it is in any video game. If somebody is able to put you into that state, it doesn't matter if you start fucking plating up armor or, you know, swapping out power plants. If you're in that situation, it's because the other team or the other player is just better than you, and all you're gonna do, it's like when people are like, oh, I hope we're gonna be able to get different armor plates. It's like, you do realize that by just changing armor, you're going from somebody killing you in 1 minute to maybe 1 minute and 30, you know? Which would you rather do? Quickly get on with your game because the person's better than you, or think you're gonna have a chance at doing a comeback kid kind of situation? You're not. If somebody has already overpowered you that much, you think you doing some fucking changes is gonna stop that outcome? No. It's not a fucking movie, guys. And it only works in movies. It's strange how we criticize the game, but we still refuse to stop playing it, and somehow we keep enjoying it. Oh, I'm having a great time in Star Citizen. But I'm not somebody that's gonna go, ooh, woo, this game is fucking amazing, please use my referral code. Or somebody that's like, I hate this game, and I hope it's a scam. I give you my opinion as a backer first, and then a content creator second. Somebody who's been here for 13 years, somebody who's a legatus, you know, somebody that's played every single flight model, understands the game in and out completely, on every situation apart from mining and salvaging, because I would rather, like, go to somebody else to know that information. That evil tests every single build.
Quantum drive disengaged.
And gives you, again, an honest opinion instead of bullshitting you. Because that's what a lot of content creators or people will do. They'll try and go around the easy route of talking about things just to keep you fucking in their favor. Whilst I would rather fucking give it to you honestly, and if you don't like that opinion, you can fuck off. It's that simple. But if I didn't enjoy playing Star Citizen, I wouldn't be playing Star Citizen. Regardless of my job. I'd pull fucking Captain Richards and get a refund and fuck off. Because right now there's a lot of good games to play. Like Battlefield, Arc Raiders, Where Winds Meet, all that shit. Plus, not saying to you guys, but there's a lot of time there'll be people that come into my channel and they generally have the IQ where they should not be playing Star Citizen. Maybe Hello Kitty Online or something, or Sims. That's where they should be as video gamers. And that's not to be disrespectful, it's just, you're just ain't ever gonna be smart enough to play this fucking game. And that's fine. It's completely fine. I'm an expert at cargo holding. An AFK and an Mantis.
Contact confirmed.
The only people I care about for like opinions and stuff, also, is this really how it goes in the top left? I guess it is fucked, right? What is it? That's 2. Unknown factor. Alright, so the top left is just scuffed on the MFT. Okay. If the people I generally care about opinions are the people who actually understand and like know how to play this game. The ones that drivel on like no time whatsoever. Yeah. No patience. Yeah, so this thing's MFD is completely fucked. I don't even know what ship that is. It is a freelancer bat. That will do. And that... no idea. No idea. Where can you see on the MFD how many bullets you have? Well, normally it would be on my screen, but it seems that the MFDs for the fucking Talon, or sorry, the Wolf are broken, so, yeah, very much unable to fucking tell you right now.
Shields under attack.
Alright, we're gonna have to just free dick it, chat. I don't know my shields. I don't know their damage either. Also, my crosshair has got fucked. Yeah, this thing seems to be pretty well fucked. Alright, it's hardcore mode. Don't know my tank, don't know their tank. It's a gamble, it's like Arc Raiders. However, I think this thing is doing pretty well anyway. For NPCs. Problem is you won't be boarding any NPCs in 4 or 5 with this card setup. Because everything's just exploding. Like so. I don't know what that is. Gladius. It doesn't even know what it wants to do. 400i. Does the cargo count as flammable material? Old Citizen was better, but the problem is the scope of Old Star Citizen wouldn't suffice for long term. Because again, a lot of people are just too fucking casual for video games these days. Plus, you've got to understand the age group between people in Star Citizen. It's not like you're dealing with 20-year-olds all the time. See, the problem with the ranges of 4-4 and 4-5 is I can hit this thing at this range and kill it, which I really disagree with. I liked how 4-5 originally had stats where you had to get close range as a fighter. So this stuff at the start of the week was actually quite scary for a fighter. Now it's just fucking whatever, man. Easy, like. Look at it. Not even a threat anymore. Oh no, the NPCs are too difficult. They're killing me. They're overtuned. Now look what you have. Now what you have, right? Oh no! What am I getting you? God.
Shields disengaged.
Oh, fucking joke. This is what happens when you like fucking babies dictate the game. Anyway, L22 superly overpowered. As expected. Easy mode. Not even, you know. Not even a challenge. Yeah, so if anybody doesn't know, they reverted all weapons and modules back to 4-4 settings. Added in the 4-5 penetration stats, and they're fucking around with shields and armor values right now. But the problem is all the ranges are back. So now all your light fighters are back at meta and your big ships mean nothing. There's only 5 ships to use in 4-5 currently. Wolf, Talon, Perseus, Polaris, Idris. Everything else, Paladin, Connie, Cutlass, Shiv, F8, Hornet. All of these things are completely useless. 100% worthless. So, GG. All because I can't kill an NPC. I can't put out a fire. Great, eh? Now, majority of people have lost the ability to even fucking play the game. We'll see, Hoster. Because CIG unfortunately only have 1 level or 2 levels with NPCs. Shit or good. That's it. Good. Too many people can't do anything in the game because they're unathletic and shouldn't be playing a game like Star Citizen. Because they don't want to put any time in to get better as a player. They just want it to be easy. And then when you put it to easy mode, you have players like me that I could literally do this with my fucking eyes closed. So what do? I go and start killing every player because there's nothing else for me to do in the game. Because AI is not challenging enough to satisfy my thirst. And then those same people will complain about me killing them, and in the end it's all your fault. If you just left the AI being hard, I would have something to fucking do. And until CIG actually bring in any stages of difficulty of AI, I'll find that hard to believe. But the only time I'll actually believe of something like that would be like with instances. Because then CIG could scale an instance for hardcore mode that I want and then fucking, you know, bubble wrap mode for everyone else. And that's fine. But unfortunately it doesn't work right now in a game like this until you get stuff like that. They said they can code it, just problem is fixing bugs. Yeah. I've watched multiple teams come in doing AI, and every team that I've talked to doesn't say it's easy to code and fucking make working. Because then you would have all games with different variations of AI, right? AI is not as easy to code as people think. Or change levelty of difficulty. Most games just make it where the harder NPCs have more HP to kill. and do more damage to you. That's an easy way to do AI. But if you genuinely believe that CIG are, you know, a very rare company that can code AI to have speciality like they talk about, you're fucking gullible as fuck, man. It's more just taking frustration out of Volo, you know? I don't want to kill the players. But I don't want to hit I don't want to shoot a target that's stationary. At least a bad player will move, you know? It's like a wolf chasing after a sheep. If the sheep stands still, the wolf goes, come on. Come on, go. 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 This is boring for me. But if the fucking sheep runs, it's at least a little bit of fun. Sport, you know if you mean. That's the way I look at it.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Give me an NPC that makes me entertained, I don't need to shoot after the bad players. But if you make an NPC that's stationary and it's super easy because those bad players can't kill it, you know?
Your vehicle has been moved to
So all we need to do is not move? Dude, have you ever, like, alright, so I have wolves. Or huskies and mixed breeds that are wolf breeds, right? And I shit you not, Dr. Volo. If the deer stands still, they kiss it. If the deer runs, they kill it. I shit you not. Nova here, right? This motherfucker sitting snoring on the bed right now. There he is. Look at that old bugger. This dude will kiss a sheep in the face, and at the same time, if the sheep runs, he'll drag it to the ground and maim it. Right? Obviously, I don't allow him to do it, but this is just an example. Because when we're out hiking, I can't help it if a farmer lets a fucking sheep roam wild when it should have been in a pen, right? And that's what he does. So if the animals stand still, Nova's like, oh, give you a kiss. You smell good, you know? But if they move, prey-driven goes in. So yeah. It might work like that to me. But I would imagine it doesn't work to any other player like that. Do the emission values show in FPS already make any sense? No, not really. I mean, you've got sound in the middle, right? Sound in the middle. But it's so like... Look at it. Look how long it takes to go down, right? So it's in, but it's like you got your heat and you got your EM and stuff like that. It's lagging behind, yeah. So, I mean, it's cool. It's good that we can finally see silence, but it's like... Now they can't hear me, apparently. Even though, like... They still know I'm here. Now they don't. It's just a little behind right now. And I would imagine it'll improve when, like, dynamic server meshing and instancing is brought in the game. So I'm not bothered too much right now. Because as far as we're aware, AI can see through stealth, right? So when you use a stealth ship, you use chaff, and you hide behind objects, the NPC still knows you're there, right? So if, say, the NPC hasn't seen me, it still knows I'm there, so the moment I peek, it automatically aims for your head and kills you. That's why players find the AI challenging when they're turned up. It's nothing to do with the weapon damage that what's-his-name was making out on Detox's post or something, you know? It's the fact that they have an aimbot system where the moment you peek, they aim for your head. And that's the only problem with AI. It's not that they know you're there, it's the fact that they instantly tweak the moment you are behind, away from cover. There's no way to sneak up on an NPC because it already knows you there and it activates the moment you peek. The same with the AI in flight. You can chaff and you can use stealth components, but they're like that. Oh, I see you already in a 20-kilometer AO, but I won't activate until I'm programmed to activate. which will be around about 6-7 kilometers. They start going for you regardless if you're in a stealth ship that can only be detected from 2 kilometers, because AI do not have the same parameters in this game as players, and I think they should. I think an NPC ship should take the same time to kill as a player ship. But they're not. They're weaker. If you go into Arena Commander and you fight Vandal Swarm, you only have to fucking breathe on them and they randomly explode. Because the HP values are fucking nothing. You go into Pirate Swarm and everyone's like, oh my god, it's really fucking difficult. But the NPCs have literally half the HP of the NPCs that are in the PU. And the NPC PU, the NPCs in the PU have nearly half the HP of a player. And I personally think it should be equal, and the AI should have the same armor values in everything like a player does. So when I'm shooting a player or shooting an NPC, I don't really know the difference unless somebody goes, stop fucking shooting me! That would be even cooler, right? That would be a real fucking game then, at that point, where you can't determine which is which. You give AI the same names as player, where they don't have spaces in their names, and you're unable to determine, is it a player you're killing or is it an AI you're killing? And you have to do a little bit of thinking about that. That would be a cool game. That would be a really, really fucking cool game. But again, I think a lot of people would, you know, have a heart attack at that stage. Oh no, we're just going to use stealth. Stealth Talon. A stealth Talon. Actually, no. Let's try a military Talon. To find out, hit hail target. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Your vehicle
Hasbin Hotel cakes. Oh yeah, dude, I've been following Hasbin Hotel since they made their YouTube channel. I tried to get a rare Luna from Hella Boss, but it sold out instantly, and to get the model it's like $300 now, which really sucks. If anybody wants to send me a Hell of a Boss Luna model, I would appreciate it massively. But yeah, Hasbin Hotel is amazing. Like, my favorite character is Lucifer. I think he's just fucking hilarious. And his songs are so good.
Activating. Systems on.
Where's the Where is it? I think it's that. Yeah, this one. Fail. Ding ding. Spooky! Astor is your favorite than Husk? I do like Husk, yeah. I think all the characters are really good. I genuinely
Be good.
I'm in love with the actress who plays Nifty. Have you ever actually seen the yeah, let me just go this way. Yeah, I'm good there. Yeah, the actress that plays Nifty has been Hotel Nifty song actor. Yeah, this one, yeah. Where's the mute button? Where is it? The acting is so funny. It's so funny. Watch the breathing at the end though. Watch the breathing here, Hicks. Cracks me up, watch. Oh, maybe not this one. But yeah, like the voice acting for that show is so funny. When you actually see them doing their songs and they're doing all the acting and stuff, because obviously when you're watching it as a series, you're like, whatever, right? But it's really interesting to see the human behind it, where they're like, the deep breathing they got, and then they're like, yeah, you know what I mean? And they've probably done it like 20 fucking times in the day. Can I buy a Halon system, an NPC engineer? No. No Halon. I've had to deal with Halons in my lifetime. Only once. Once was enough. No fucking way. I'm pretty sure they're all banned now anyway. The Halon system is banned. I think it's too dangerous. Way too fucking dangerous. But yeah, sadly we'll need to wait until 2027 for season 3. But that's the same for solo leveling as well. It's like 2027 is coming out. It's so long away, like, ugh. Yeah, so it looks like the moment you leave the hangar, MFDs are getting fucked. So the only thing I can think of is... Let's see if this does it. Let me quickly just test this shot. What was this funny show? It's called Has Been Hotel on Amazon. And they have another show called Hella Boss. Let me give you the... Give me a sec. Let me give you the actual YouTube channel. And you can see for yourself. Has Been Hotel. Just let me give you the YouTube channel. And then you can go and search. You can see all the pilot stuff. Yeah, here it is. Go and check out these videos here. You're wanting the playlist, so like Has Been Hotel, the pilot here. Alright. There's the pilot. See if you even enjoy it. And then Amazon Prime has it. So again, it's like
Oh, I beg to differ.
now, it looks completely different from the pilot because obviously they got stuff, but that's nifty. Alistair.
Hell has ever seen.
And then, yeah, you'll see all the other characters. It's definitely more, you'll understand the thing going on, but it is, it's very much like South Park, right? But it's about heaven and hell. If you watch certain stuff, again, it's really cool, you know. But the jokes are really good, and it's got very dark humor. So, you know, if you're not into dark humor, maybe don't watch it. You might get triggered. That's a very high standard. I generally think it's on the level of South Park. It's very, very clever. And it's a musical. So if you're not into musicals, you probably won't enjoy it. There's a lot of singing. People get offended, yeah. It is what it is. Just make it gay and lame, Eric Cartman, yeah. I don't think it's on the level of South Park for, like, insulting people, but, you know. Yeah, it does get a little bit dark. Yeah. We are going to delete that one. Baldorn. Keep that shit off my channel, dude. I don't give a shit if 90 says tell it. You keep that shit off my channel. I'm all for dark humor behind doors or something like that, but not on my channel, dude. Alright? I don't give a shit what somebody requests you to do. You can send in a DM, dude. Right, so the MFDs work as long as you don't change them, it seems. Interesting that the mission failed, though. Or did it? Alright, I'm not gonna change the MFDs and see if it'll just stay whilst we war. I watched anime from the 90s with bodies dismembering. I will not be triggered. Oh, yes. You're talking about old Japanese, like, manga where it's the deep, like, berserk kind of level, right? When you've got the dismemberment, you see, like, the bones and nervous system and ripping of flesh and stuff, yeah. You don't get that nowadays in certain things. Unless it's R-rated. That used to be like the norm, though. Like I remember watching this anime movie, and it's more of actually a hentai if you think about it. There's like tentacle rape in it, booba everywhere, but it actually has like a storyline and stuff. It's the same as is it Tank Girls or something like that? An old anime manga, Tank Girls something, and that had lots of booba in it. I even remember like the old school Ghost in the Shell, I'm pretty sure, you know. I don't know, Rookie. I can quickly just check here, dude. I'm going over everything just now, but let's see, what is it? No, it's ridiculously overpowered, dude. It's ridiculously overpowered. Yeah, they've put the stats back to 4-4, by the way, so. Yeah, the old Ghost in the Shell was definitely like tasteful nudity, you know. Again, Japan love their booba, right?
Quantum travel complete. Shields on.
About nothing. This is a song for alcoholics.
Contact.
If you recognize that voice, that guy is one of the characters in Has Been Hotel. One of the cool characters as well. I mean, if you think of it, like old school anime is like Akira, right?
Contact. Attack on shields.
Oof. See the difference in the caliber of gunners in these ships versus other ones, right? Like, look how fucking that thing can stay on me faster than I can move away, right? That's why I never understand about these ships. They're literally moving way too fast compared to a player. Look at it. Ridiculous speed. It's like it has permanently afterburner. I'm just gonna go for the fucking see how long I can last method. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Sweet. So I don't think you can actually do it with these guns anymore because of the penetration values. I love how it goes into fucking risk it. That Valkyrie definitely has unlimited afterburner, which kind of sucks. Yeah, so here we go, right? NPCs still shoot you. This is the big issue with PvE that a lot of players are gonna go crazy about. The NPCs will keep shooting you until you're repaired. 9 seconds till we go online. It's gonna come back and shoot us and shut us down even more. Power plant, 3 seconds, and then I can get out of here. Cycler.
Systems off. Systems activating.
Get shield, get engines. We don't have enough power to rock her. Engines failing.
Engines off. Engines on.
Nope. Yeah, so there you go, right? You can't even do anything. Like, I generally feel like engineering is worthless for fighters. Because if you ever have this situation, it doesn't matter what you do. Until they bring out like Crucibles and Vulcans, like you can't do anything. Like I don't even have the ability to slow myself down from a 149 spin. And it's come back. See, look? See? So the NPC comes back and does this to you. Obviously this is like pure testing, right? Cannot repair any further because we're fucking things. See what I mean? It just... Look at it. And the problem is... Why? Why would somebody want to play a game if this is what's going to happen to you? Like the behavior of this NPC just constantly shooting at you for no reason. Did they up their count of ammo ballistics on some guns? Yeah, but since they revert back to 4 or 5, you know what I mean? Like, look, chat. We're going down to where we're just going to be a cockpit very soon. I don't think I've ever seen a Talon this fucking chewed up and not dead. Oh yeah, look, nearly there. But again, we're still moving at 145, right? Can't even viewport. This is why I would never use a Talon at all. Look at it. You know the crazy thing is, chat, I don't think we can oh no, we can actually get out. Okay. There we go. But this NPC is gonna chase after this carcass for eternity. Look. This is where, like, for me, right? CIG has removed soft def and they've removed hard def. Unless certain things happen, okay? So, regardless of the NPC memeing and doing stuff, right? Finally giving up, but the other one is still shooting us. Because you can see this one's given up, but this one's still fucking, you know. Is it gonna go back in? Look, here he goes, right? He's like, I'm not fucking finished with you yet. My biggest issue is for the story after you have these issues, where right now, there's no boarding because people will just explode. If you down a fighter, if they get out, they can't repair their ship because you'll just keep shooting till there's nothing left. And until there's Crucibles and Vulcans built into the game, I just don't see the point in having the ability to repair fighters. I just don't get it. Like, in this situation, what can anybody do to get their ship back into gear and move away again? And it's the same thing, like, say for example, you're in a freelancer, right? And somebody shoots off your engines. You're in a cutlass and they shoot off your engines. You can't repair them. You have to go back to a dry dock to repair. Or an outpost to repair. And these are the things where I kind of generally feel you should be able to just only shoot out the engines for now, as in like turn them off, but you can't actually rip the engine or the wings off until CIG adds in Maelstrom, and for me to go, yo, 90s, can you load up the organization fucking Vulcan and quickly come and repair me, please? You know? That then adds gameplay, but right now, it's like, you can't do anything. And my ship is still flying away. So even if I got somebody to pick me up right now, and I could somewhat repair my ship, it's still blasting off Team Rocket style. You know? And I just don't think that's good gameplay for currently right now in the game. Like, engineering as an idea is a really, really good. The problem is the practical release of it needs another year, in my opinion. Like, another year of thought. Because if you can't actually repair stuff properly, you're in this situation, right? The SRT ship, to stop it? Yeah, exactly. For me to be able to get my ship back, I need somebody with a tractor beam to chase after it. But at the same point, you saw how scuffed it was, so I might as well just go and get another ship. But that's your general look on fighters right now. There's not really any way to get them back from being completely scrapped like that. And it's the same with other ships, like if you blow off the engines on a Cutlass, a Connie, a Reclaimer, right? No, actually it doesn't, Garm. You have to induce self-destruct and then eject. There's no scuttling of ship now. You have to basically make a macro to eject. Self-destruct eject, basically. Which is stupid. It really is stupid. Because again, when you pull the ejection, it should explode the ship. If you want to try and keep the ship, you climb out of it. But CIG changed that. It is way better to just claim, you know what I mean? Like, it generally feels that when you're in this situation, if you lose, like, if you're in a Gladius and you see yourself red, but you haven't lost anything, you can get away and repair a wing, right? But if any part is lost, I just feel the best thing to do is eject and just reclaim the ship until tier 0 armor goes away. And I think that's really boring, personally. Set claim place? But then again, what are you going to do when... You know what I mean? Like, the idea is not to make it where it's a punishment to reclaim. It's to make it where it's fun to repair. You know? And if... You see that Talon there? I can't do anything about it. If somebody goes to get it and stops it, there's nothing I can do unless magically you fucking tractor beam it into like an Idris. This is where the Liberator may actually be really good. So you could have a Liberator with like a SRV on it, and you tractor beam it onto the Liberator, and the Liberator takes it to a repair station, and you can actually like bring it back from the dead. But right now, currently in the state of the game, there's nothing I can do as a player to fix my fighter, and it's forcing me to just reclaim. So instead of putting engineering into fighters, they should just explode, in my take right now. And just focus on the big ships until you get the ability to bring a ship that can repair actual lost stuff. Like they were talking about SysGun, they want to make it where like a ship can come along and repair these things. But right now, it's very difficult to do anything like that. Again, it's still flying away, chat. It's 11 kilometers. You don't want them to look at the light fighter engineering only when the repair ships come out, though. But the thing is, though, is you can't do anything to fighters, though. Right? You can't do anything to fighters. If you get shut down mid-combat, all that somebody has to do is shoot off your wing, and you have, like, even if they repair their ship, that's it, they're done. You know? And that's a big issue. That goes from, well, I might as well just die and reclaim, to, can I actually do anything to do anything like this? And you just can't, you know? And obviously with engineering, it's like, you know, it doesn't matter, like, if you continue on any ship and stuff, it, like, translates to other ships. The problem is that it just feels so worthless for my ship to not explode. Like, right now, my ship has got a 20% chance to go critical and explode. But I kind of feel for a fighter, they should just make it where it's 0% and it just explodes. And that's it. Because again, literally disabled, I press the repair function, and long as that NPC kept shooting me, that's it. I can't do anything. It's just blasting off again. Can gunners start the time repairs and fighters? I believe so, yeah, they can. But the thing is, though, is you only get once. You have to store your ship to get that repair back, or you have to repair the ship to get that one-time use repair back. So again, if you warp away and your ship is intact, you can climb out of your ship and repair it nearly back to 100%. But if you get disabled and you press the repair button, that's a one-time use. But if somebody blows off your engine or wing, you might as well just die, because you can't repair your ship to get away again. And if you climb out of your ship because it's moving at 140 ms, you know what I mean? It needs to be where when you get downed, just like it is in soft F, you stop. You stop moving. But CIG have got it where you're drifting at the speed you get disabled at. So if I get disabled at 600 ms, my fucking ship continues moving at 600 ms until it eventually slows down to a certain point of SCM speed, but it keeps moving at that speed, which means that it's impossible to repair in you unless you get somebody to chase after it and slow it down with tractor beams. At that stage, which is better to do as gameplay, just backspace and reclaim, or hire somebody to go and find the ship that you can't repair anyway. Because I don't think SRV towing works in the game. I know you can use the tractor beam to slow people down, but I don't think you can warp through space pulling the ship, right? I don't think that's ever been fixed. So it just seems like right now, and this also translates to big ships as well. Like if you're in a hammerhead and somebody downs you, and whilst you're repairing the ship, they blow off your engines, even if you repair your ship back, you might as well self-destruct. You can't do anything to that ship. That's also true, yeah. But do you think CIG are ever going to be able to code EVA to do that if you inherited the speed as you got out? I doubt it. So snub fighters that fit in a medium ship are OP as hell no. You can sit them on a Corsair and